so in this area, we kind of did 2 stations, only because it made sense. So it's really the disassemble and the reassembly, so you don't get confused. But it's basically taking the car apart and then putting the car back together. We didn't want to spread it around everywhere, but most of the time, that's kind of this area where that happens. And the big thing on the whole disassembly area, you know, our technicians totally disassemble the car, the damage, you expose the damage area. Any hidden and internal damages, you are, you know, not properly visible. The problem is when the car's together, and now you see this one's apart, you can't see the damage. You'd be surprised, a light little hit in the corner over here, you can see this could get damaged pretty easily. It's pretty exposed, so that happens a lot. We have been trained by Tesla on the proper way to disassemble. We know what it looks like, especially after repairing so many Teslas. Again, that's the big thing with us. We fix so many Teslas, we know, we've been through it all. Everything that's happened with a Tesla, every mistake that we've made, we've seen it all, so we've been through it all. At that point, we determined if there's any other necessary parts required, a lot of secondary parts, there's a lot of plastic brackets, as you can see, a lot of that stuff happens. And then what we do with our estimate is we do a complete thorough blueprinting. And the big thing on the blueprinting is that's where we're looking up the Tesla repair procedures, which when you talk to the guys, they'll show you some of them. We determine the necessary tools and equipment, which we'll see in some of the structural areas, what we need. Finalize the parts list, the secondary part list if we need it. And then we do what's the supplement estimate, which is what takes the, you know, text it, we're gonna go to the next day. And that taking the car apart and doing some stuff like that, sometimes could take 1 to 3 days. So, you know, we're trying to talk to you about the process too. Sometimes it takes a little while. This one, you know, we got glass out, we got a lot going on, so it was a little longer to take it apart. Some are just a bumper, they go in a few hours. But we try to put, you know, time limits on 1 to 3 days when that stuff happens. Just a quick thing on reassembly, just so we'll skip, but basically the reassembly is basically after the car's painted, you're putting the car back together. You know, we're installing any bolted parts, things that got to get back on the car. Any of the glass that's removed, we got to put that back on. Align the body panels. You guys know Tesla's #1 problem is aligning body panels. They're all out of line, but we do. You'd be surprised putting the car back there. We end up lining half the other car that had nothing to do with the accident to equal each line. We spend a lot of time and take pride in that. People that have been here know we go that extra mile to make sure those panels are aligned because it just looks at a bad reflection on us. And then we try to make the car whole again. That's the big thing. So that's kind of disassemble, reassemble, kind of the same type of stuff go on, but that's kind of, instead of spreading out, we did that. And then from there, we go into the next, which is number 3, which is right there.